Right now at 5:30, time is up for renters relying on the CDC's eviction moratorium. The Supreme Court ruling evictions are allowed to resume once again.
More than 3 million people now face eviction, including thousands here in Florida. This comes after the Supreme Court blocked the Biden administration from enforcing a temporary ban late last week.
Now at 6, tens of thousands across America are now being affected by the Supreme Court's decision to end the eviction moratorium.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Orlando, and today we're talking about, is winter coming? And I want to say winter is here. Now, if you've been on YouTube, you've seen Kevin Samuels talk about, is winter coming? And he's been using, Game of Thrones references to say winter is coming. The summary of that is that individuals have been propped up so much with the stimulus money and things happening in a pandemic, all this free money being circulated in the economy, allowing people to be propped up, basically doing, the least amount of work possible, if not any work, with unemployment, with the eviction ban, with stimulus checks, the PPP loans. I mean, you can just go on and on and on and on about it. But we are talking particularly about the CDC banned. Well, it's no longer banned anymore. If you haven't heard, the Supreme Court issued a ruling basically stating that the eviction ban that was put in place by Biden, that it couldn't be upheld. So what does that mean? That means winter is here, guys. It is here. And I want just to read just a small portion of a article that came out by CNN Business, right? That says, Goldman Sachs says 750,000 households could be evicted this year unless Congress acts. Now, in real estate, guys, I've been just seeing tons of landlords offering really good deals, discounts on property, trying to sell their property because their tenants have not been paying rent. And here's the thing. Not only have they been paying rent, but they're kind of stuck in this predicament where there was this eviction ban. Even though you can't ban the evictions anymore, people still have to go through the process. Landlords still have to go through that process. And that process in some states can take 4 to 5 months. Additional 4 to 5 months will end up destroying your investment. And so it's best to sell and get some money than no money and get foreclosed on. But let's read this article real quick. I don't want to rant on. It says, if Congress doesn't implement a new eviction ban, 750,000 American households could be evicted later this year. According to new research, Goldman Sachs estimates that between 2.5 million and 3.5 million households are significant behind on rent, owing a combined $12 billion to $17 billion to landlords. And here's the thing, guys. Not only do renters owe this much rent to landlords, the tenants and landlords have been filling out applications to get the funds that is offered by the government. And most of that money has not even been sent. It hasn't been sent. So both sides are hurting. So when Kevin Samuel says, is winter coming? Is winter coming? It's here, guys. I'm telling you, it is here. It's inevitable that landlords will get tired of waiting. Now, if I was waiting for a year and a half, right, and I got tenants inside of there that do not want to pay, but the rule says that if I take the funds for the back payments of rent, I cannot evict those individuals, but I haven't gotten the money anyways. So for me, it's best to get rid of those renters and sell the property, or just get rid of those renters and start over and take that loss than to continue to deal with these renters, because I don't want them inside of my units. Because if they haven't paid during this pandemic time and when funds were available and they were getting stimulus checks and all this other stuff, then what is going to happen in the future? You have to run your properties like a business, guys. If you do not run your properties like a business, and you run it as a quote unquote charity, guys, then people will not pay your rent. It's just that simple. You have to run your properties like a business. So then it goes on to say, the end of the eviction moratorium is likely to result in sharp and rapid increases in evictions rates in coming months unless emergency rental assistance funds distributed at a much faster pace or Congress addresses the issue. Now, here's the thing. Congress addressing that issue is like, whatever. I don't really know. I mean, I think people are continuing, guys. And I understand that Congress is going to have to step in to extend it, but do I see that happening? I don't. I don't see Congress coming in and saving the day because there has been so much money printed. I don't see them trying to push or uphold this eviction ban any longer. And so that's going to cause a lot of people. And that's what Kevin Samuels was saying in some of his videos when he references things that are happening in our economy and individuals who have been scamming and scheming on an unemployment, PPP loans, all of this stuff, and taking advantage of the moratorium, of the eviction ban, and just collecting all of this money and living like they're rich, not taking the time to build themselves by building businesses, investing in real estate, by doing those things, but just taking the fast money and then spending it on worthless on worthless stuff, then those individuals are going to see themselves kicked out of these units on the street, homeless. And then you will see a big flood of homelessness. And that is the winter that he's talking about. You know, the hard times for those individuals who took that money, that money and didn't work for it and took advantage of the system. We're talking about individuals who took advantage of the system, not people who really needed it. We're talking about the scammers, the individuals that know they didn't need the money or thought they could take advantage of the system, and they are the ones that are, their winter is coming. Those individuals are going to see at the end of the day, they're going to be on the streets when it comes to this moratorium. But then it also goes on to say, let me go ahead and finish off this article, and then I'm going to put the link in the description where you can read the full article. I just want to skim through it and kind of let you guys know some of the key points of this. The Census Bureau estimates last week that about 1.3 million people are very likely to get evicted in the next 2 months. The same report estimated that more than 2.2 million people applied for rental assistance through states and local governments and either did not hear back or were denied. And that's what I'm saying. It is what it is at the end of the day. If you got denied for the rental assistance or you didn't hear back, you have to stay on top of these things. But look at this. 1.3 billion people that they said are going to very likely get evicted in the next 2 months? 2 months? How many people will have no place to go? And just think of this. How many people will try to go to another apartment or rent from someone else and it'll show up on the record that they haven't paid? When I look back at your rental history and find out that you haven't paid in a year and a half or a year or 6 months, you think I'm going to let you move into my unit? No, it's not happening. It's not happening. So you will find a lot of people who won't be able to find places. It's just that simple, guys. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this rant. But at the end of the day, guys, what I want to caution you guys in, there's going to be a lot of deals that are going to be coming around the corner in the next 2, 3, 4 months. Be careful with the deals that you see come across your table. They will seem like stealer killer deals. I mean, it will seem like, I don't know. No one else sees this deal but me, and I'm going to go ahead and take that deal. If you are trying to get into your first rental property, you need to be cautious of these type of deals. You need to vet the tenants, you need to vet the landlord and ask questions like, just because you're showing me this much rent, ask the secret question of, what are the actual rents that you have collected? Show me the actual rents that have been collected. And then you will know that if the tenants in there are actually paying or they're not. So I hope you got value out of this content, and I'm gonna need you to watch this next video here. It will help you get into your first rental property and many more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.